Hello, beautiful people, and thank you so much for joining me today. If any of you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you know I've been in the process of moving. I'm in an apartment now, so it's a little harder to make aerial videos, but thank you so much to all the subscribers who have been patiently waiting. Anyways, as you can see, I've finally invested in a mic, and I'm super excited about this because I can start bringing full aerial practices. Okay, but anyways, let's get started. So this is going to be a nice little morning wake up kind of routine. Nothing strenuous. If you're anything like me, you definitely need some time to wake up in the morning. So it's just going to be some gentle stretching, just getting the blood flowing. So first we're going to start out in a bucket seat. The way you can go about this is if you hold onto the end of the fabric and give it a little shake, it'll make it a lot easier to get into. So now that we've got that situated, just sit ourselves down into the seat. You might need to wiggle around a little bit to get comfortable. Now we're just going to take a moment to catch our breath. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this practice. Whether you're a beginner looking for something to ease into aerial, or if you're well practiced and you're just looking for a moment to slow down or wake up, whatever that may be. All right, let's take 3 more breaths here. Let's make them the biggest breaths we might have all day. And then this final inhale, just when you think you've gotten the largest breath you can, just take in a little more. And then I'll let out a sigh. Perfect. We'll start doing some yeses and some nos. Bringing the chin to the chest. And looking up towards the sky. Chin to chest. Chin to the sky. Alright, now let's do some nos. First we'll go from center to right. Back to center. Looking to the left. Moving to center. Do 2 more of those. Coming back to center, we'll do a few half circles with our nose. Just going to the left, back to center, to the right, to the left, to the right. 1 more. Alright, now let's get 1 full circle to the left. Maybe taking a moment to pause wherever it's extra crunchy. And we'll go back and do a full circle to the right. Perfect. You want to take that a little further. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And then stick, if it's within your practice, stick your right hand out for more of a stretch. Okay, bring the hand down, come back to center, and then we'll do the other side. bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. If you like, reaching your left hand out for a fuller stretch. Remember, we're looking for sensation. If anything hurts, back out. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to get some spinal twists in. So first I'm going to take my right hand inside of the fabric and bring it around, gripping the back side of the left side of the fabric. Then I'm going to take my left hand, bring it around so that it's reaching around the fabric. If this is too much, no worries. You can just take it without that hand as well. So we'll reach up over, pulling in for a nice stretch in the shoulders. Again, if at any point something is beyond your practice, please don't push yourself. Perfect. Okay, so next we'll get the other side. Bring your left hand out of the fabric this time, bringing it across the body, around the right side of the fabric, holding on to the back side of the fabric, then reaching that left hand around to hold on to the fabric. Again, if it's too much, you can just place your hand out. No need to push yourself too far. Just breathe into that stretch. Perfect. At this point, you're going to step down onto our mats, the ground, or whatever you have going on. And now we're going to take the fabric, placing it just underneath of your scapula. We're going to come into some full body stretches. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step backward until I start to feel the tension on the fabric. And then I can lean back and stretch my arms overhead if I like. It feels so good, especially in the morning. Just breathe into that a little bit. Okay, now we're going to come into like a half banana shape, stretching over to the left side. Coming back to center, and then to the right side. Okay, now we're going to slowly walk ourselves into a chair pose. If you need to, you might need to readjust so that the fabric's still under your scapula. No worries, take your time. Slowly walking down into that chair pose. Okay, we'll keep it brief. If you're new, you might notice it's a little uncomfortable. That's something that feels better over time. Again, remember, we're looking for sensation, not pain. Okay, and from here, I'm just gonna have a little fun with the gravity. The yoga mat's tacking. Okay, so we're gonna have a little fun with rocking front to back. You start to feel your whole body getting warmed up by this one. Feel like you can lean side to side. Okay. Maybe you'll get this, maybe you won't, but now we're going to take some full circles. If you're a SpongeBob fan, this always makes me think of SpongeBob bringing it around town. Do like 3 to 5 of those. Now we'll switch directions if you haven't already. Perfect. All right, now we'll just come back up the chair and lift ourselves up out of the hammock. In my case, I'm going to straighten up the mat. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go to our inversion for the practice. So for this practice, we're just going to do a basic straddle back inversion. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to make sure that the fabric is right above our, or at the top of our hips, above our buttocks. Now, a lot of people tend to be tempted to come back to invert. Don't do this. If you like, you can watch me before trying it yourself if it's been a while. But I'm gonna lean back so that the weight begins to hit on my hips. I'm gonna keep my legs wide, coming back into an inversion. Go through that once more. If you're already situated, just hang out for a few moments. And we're going to bring the fabric to our tailbone. We are not walking back. Instead, we're just going to lean back until we feel the fabric on the top of our hips, bringing our feet out wide, coming into an inversion. Now remember, if you close your legs, you can end up falling out of the hammock. Just going to come around so I can see you again. Okay, so once we're here, if we want to feel really secure, we can bring our feet together in front of the hammock, not behind, in front, coming into a monkey pose. And here you can take a few twists, enjoying that decompression on the spine. I always enjoy a nice stretch in the shoulders, a heart opener. So I'm going to walk my hands forward so I can get a stretch in my chest. If you like to swing, that's okay. But if you don't want to get swinging, just slowly walk your hands back when you come back to center. Another option is to keep your hands out nice and wide, stretching out the arms. Whenever we're ready, we'll bring our legs back out, making sure to keep them wide so we don't fall out of the hammock. Bring ourselves back up. Walking your hands up the fabric, keeping legs wide, and coming back down. Perfect. I'm going to take a few more stretches to cool down before we come into a brief shavasana. Just lean forward, swaying from side to side, getting in some side body stretches. And here, do a little forward fold. Won't really be using the hammock, I'm just folding over it, but it'll catch me if I do happen to lose my balance. Just kind of ragdoll here for a moment. If you like, you can sway. If you have bad balance, you've got the hammock here to catch you. For me, then we'll come back up, probably slower than I did. Now to me, no yoga practice is complete without Shavasana. If you like, you can go ahead and do it on the ground, or you can take it in your swing. There's no wrong option. It's whatever's comfortable for you. I'm going to lay back in my hammock. And again, like we did before, you can shake out the fabric, pull a couple handfuls, and sit down into a bucket seat. You might need to worm your way, and we'll bring the fabric up overhead, push the fabric out so that it's fully supporting our legs, fully supporting our torso, maybe fully your arms, or maybe your arms are hanging out. I like to let mine hang out. I am not sure how common that is, but I like to let mine hang out. It's comfortable for me. Other people place their hands on their stomach, cross their hands over their chest. It is absolutely whatever you want to do. So again, thank ourselves for being here, giving this time to ourselves. Such a difficult thing to do sometimes. You are absolutely perfect and absolutely beautiful in your own way. Whenever you're ready, you can sit back up. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll be posting weekly. Hit that subscribe button. Please like my videos to help the algorithm, and I'll see you next week.